drop a podcast. You put flyers. You cannot just stay and I didn't know that you didn't know.
Man, you're asking him. Does
So
he
what
want
is
to
the
work on
surprise
Friday?
that you people said?
I just August. I
Mommy,
think
pause the life. Pause the life.
I cannot pause it. That's
They cannot pause it like
immediately
go
on this thing.
go like on TikTok too.
So how would they be saying share the screen now? The slide. Mommy, please sit down and share the screen. Use the mouse. There's the mouse.
Should we be
Okay. So the surprise that people were say you want to surprise me. Okay, I'm waiting. I feel like you talk safe. I feel they sit down. I'm waiting.
Yesterday I met him. She asked my video. So I saw the idea to him. So I also told him that okay, is there a way that
Please, where did you save that your document? Let me know.
Go to the WhatsApp and save it.
when people have to ask me, can I bring up a video to that question? For that one is not
Can you do what?
bring up a video to that thing. For that one is not right. So I should focus on the person. On that person.
Mommy, you told him not to bring any video idea on job fair.
No, ma. I didn't think that. What I told
How come if this is on Friday, there's no
I don't
video
like
for
the
job
fact-
fair
I don't-
apart from that
I
one?
don't really like
that
the
I
fact
told
that
you.
we'll have
That's-
a discussion like tell
No,
me.
see, no,
Why
no,
lying
no,
on
no.
you?
I'm not. It's not like you're lying.
What did you tell me?
What I
In
said
the presence of
that.
everybody on that front desk this morning.
What did you tell this morning? What did you
Yes,
tell
what
me?
did you tell me?
What did you tell me?
You see, madam, now, it's actually changing the tone of your voice.
I didn't
It's
change
not
my
funny.
tone.
What did you
Mommy
What's
set your call. I'm actually call. Mommy set up that thing.
I saw that. Sir. Why I do like this? Because they lie. I did the statement I made.
We are on live, on live.
No, yes,
No,
no.
we are not like it. I mean like what?
Yes, we are live. Let me mute it. The only stuff I told him that the video, the only stuff I told him that the video we normally do revolve around this thing.
No.
We do
When I ask you
replacements.
a straightforward question, should I make a video as regards
It Have you seen it?
Let me share the link.
I've shared the link now. Share it.
Are we live? Hi everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Chineye Gifts, and I would be. Can you show the door? I would like. Yes. I think it's true. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chineye Gift, and I would be your facilitator for today webinar. I am the lead HRO personnel for Kenneth Consult International, and it's an honor to speak with you. It's a great honor, and I'm so excited about the topic that we would be. I'm so excited about the topic that we would be discussing on today. Is a topic that has caused a lot of people. Is a topic that has made a lot of people, that's denied them. If you can hear me, please say you can hear me on the comment section, on the live chat, so that I can know that you can hear me, please. If you can hear me, please just connect on the live chat, so that I can know you can hear me, and so that we can forge ahead, since we are just starting. So the topic we're talking about today is understanding the qualities, attitudes, and performance employer actually look for. Now let's not forget the keywords. Let's not forget the keywords. Attitude, performance, and qualities. I don't know. Please, if you can hear me, just comment on the live chat. Let me know you can hear me, so that I will understand that we are on the same pace. We will have to connect the screen, so that you can be seeing the slide as we are teaching. So just a minute, so we can connect the slide. Okay. Okay. Sorry for the few minutes. We had to link the slide, so that you can be seeing the screen while I am teaching. So we're talking about three things. Where I stopped, I said we should note the main three things that we're talking about today: qualities, attitude, and performance. Each a step at a time. We're going to take each a step at a time so that we can explain the keywords and have a clear understanding of what we are doing today. Okay. Getting the job. First, what is quality? Let me go back to the next slide. What is the meaning of the word quality? When we say quality, what does quality really mean? Now, quality is the expectation. Quality is an expectation, a personal expectation. Let's say I want a bag, and because I'm the one that needs the bag, I'm the one that wants a bag. I know the kind of bag that I want. I know the quality. Quality cannot be assumed by the next person. Quality is personal. Bringing it down to the employer point of view, you cannot assume what the employer wants. As a job seeker, as a career professional, if you're looking for a job, you cannot assume, you cannot sit in the capacity of the employer and make assumptions. Let me bring it down to explain detailedly of what this means. Now, in fact, if you see a job advert, right, the first thing you see is the job description. After the job description, the next thing you see is the job requirement. You cannot assume the requirement on behalf of the employee. On behalf of the employer, I'm sorry. You cannot see a job advert and then the next thing is that you tell yourself, I qualify for this job, without considering the specific requirements that the employer has stated in the job advert. Now, the quality of an employee for the quality, let's say I'm an employer, right? And I want to employ somebody. I will state the quality of the person that I need in the form of job requirements. It is the job requirements now that will now filter the people that are applying for that job and narrow it down to the quality of the persons that I need. I'm trying to explain this to the barest minimum, relating it to the employer and the employee relationship. So qualities are expectations, personal expectation. It cannot be assumed. You cannot assume it. And that is why a lot of people apply for jobs that are not qualified to, apply for the wrong jobs. You know they are wrong job. It doesn't mean that the job is not authentic. You applying for a job that you are not qualified to, that you do not meet the quality of the person that the employer wants to employ, makes it a wrong job. I just hope you understand what I'm saying. Now, let's talk about attitude. We will narrow it down based on what the employers really want. I've explained quality. Quality, let me rephrase it in case you did not understand me. Quality are specific personal expectations of the employer for the employee or in the employee. You can write this down. Quality are specific expectations, talent expectations that the employer demands from you as a job seeker to become his employee. So if you don't meet these expectations, if you don't meet this quality, you cannot assume to fit in as a job seeker. You have to fit in the expectation. You have to fit in the quality of the staff that the company wants to employ. So now the question is, how do I understand I am fitting? I'm trying to break this down so that you understand, because A lot of people have missed good opportunities. See, I want to divert a little, digress a little. I was driving through um Rumumasi 2 days ago on Sunday, and there's a guy I always see there, at the junction. Sometimes they'll ask for hams. And on Sunday I was going to get fuel. I noticed that he was already mad. This is someone that I always, find something, maybe give money to. He could not recognize, he was mad. He was almost naked. And the person I was with, I was telling the person that, and the person was like, he has gone to take drugs. He has taken, substance, and he has taken the one that is beyond him, and the thing has caused him to run mad. And I said, no, sometimes being in the recruitment space has taught me something. A lot of people have employment expectation, and they want to fit in. They want to fit in a job that they do not qualify to. Quality is qualification. Do you meet it? And when they keep applying for the wrong job, a lot of people go into depression. A lot of people go into crime because of career professional frustration. You see people have canceled, people have had several consultation, and I found out that a lot of people go into depression or go into crime because they don't even understand the job market. They don't understand employer expectations. They don't understand quality. They don't understand attitude to landing a job. And you can only get clarity when there is understanding. A lot of people operate out of ignorance, and that is why they have driven the narrative that there's no employment opportunity in Nigeria. It's because they don't understand how the industry works and the expectation of the employer. And that is why we've come up with this session. Now, you've understood quality. Let's talk about attitude. What are attitude? In every job description, every job requirement, if you can open any job requirement after this live webinar, you will see these characteristics in every job advertisement, especially when you get to the job requirement segment. After the expectation, after the employer has stated the quality of the person that he wants, which is, maybe let's say the employer wants to employ an accountant, and the first requirement will be BSc in accounting. Number one quality is that the person must be a graduate, and a graduate in accounting. There are some organizations, they don't employ OND. It doesn't mean that they are bad companies. It depends on the expectation of the employer. It depends on the quality. That's why I say quality is personal. You cannot impose it. You cannot assume it. It is personal. If an organization has said, I want female, even though that we're trying to eradicate gender, we're trying to, increase and improve gender inclusion in the employment ecosystem, but there are some companies that are biased when it has to do with gender. Some people will tell you female are better managers. All their managers are female. You as a male, you're trying to convince them, I can do better. I can do better. But the company has stated clearly, this is what we want. So that's why I'm saying quality are expectations. Let's say for the first job, the first two lines in every job requirement are the qualities, are the kind of people that they want for the role. Then the second two lines most times are the performance. Let's not jump to attitude, let's come to performance. I'm using job requirement because every employer states their expectations in job requirement. There is no two way about it. That is why for every job advertisement you see, there is a job requirement. Even if there is no job description, there is no job advert you see that there is no job requirement. And I will tell you why. Because we'll go back to how it started. Because if we don't understand how employment begins, we will not understand what the employers demand and what they are looking for. So, after the qualities, the next one is, I'm taking my time to explain this because if we don't understand this phase, it will be a challenge as we progress. Now, the next one is performance. You will now see, after they have stated a female, let's say for example, the company is gender biased, they will tell you a female. The next one, they will tell you BSc accounting. We're trying to recruit for an accounting role. They'll tell you BSc accounting, no OND, no HND, BSc accounting. The next one, they will tell you, the next one, they will tell you, must live within the area. Let's say the area is Port Harcourt. The person must stay in Port Harcourt because there is no accommodation. They are stating the quality of the staff, of what they are looking for. The next line is performance. Now, under that same job requirement, you will see must be NYSC, must have completed NYSC. I'm trying to relate this based on the realities of the employment demands and ecosystem, right? I'm not trying to speak big English for you. I'm trying to bring it down to what you see every day while you apply for job, why what causes frustration. Because if we don't understand this, we will not make progress. So the next thing is performance. You will see must have completed NYSC. You will see must have 3.3 to 5 years experience. Those are the performance that they are demanding for the person that they want to employ. Because they are, for them, I'll tell you why they are making these demands. I'm trying to explain what employers are actually looking for. Because it begins with the job requirement. There's no two way about it. There's no two way about it. It begins. If you can understand job requirements before you apply, it will give you clarity, and you see that getting a job is easy. From there, they will start stating 5 years experience. They will be stating to measure the performance, right? Sometimes there are some roles that are commission based. They will tell you basic salary. They'll tell you basic salary of. They'll tell you basic salary of. They'll tell you basic salary of 150,000 and commission. The commission is telling you that they are looking for people with experience. So common sense will already tell you that for them to be requesting for these are the performance in that particular person that they are looking for. Now let's talk about attitude. In that same job requirement, you see the person must be able to have attention to details. The person must be a must be good with teamwork. The person must pay attention to details. The person must be able to work with teamwork. The person must be able to have, the person must be able to have, there are lots, research. The person must be able to work under pressure. All these are the attitude that is demanding. I hope that with this explanation, you've understood that in every job, the first point you're taking is that in every where you can understand what the employers are actually looking for is in the job requirement. And detailedly reading that job requirement, understanding the demands, you will know if you fit for the job or not. If you can do a sincere assessment. I'll tell you on how to do an assessment while assessing yourself based on the demands of the job to know if you're a perfect fit or if that job is your dream job. I hope you understand this first phase. If you have any question, please drop it on the live chat. I'll be seeing it and I'll be taking them one after the other. That's the essence of moving to this platform so that we can tackle every question once and for all. Now, let's talk about how it begins. Let's talk about before employers start stating qualities, attitude, and performance of what they want in the employee. Before they get to that stage, how does recruitment or employment begins? Because if you don't understand this knowledge, you would not understand how you will not understand how to land your dream job. You will not understand how to land you will not understand how to land your dream job. You will not understand how to land your dream job. How does employment happen in the workspace? Employment in the workspace from need identification. There must be a need. Let's say the company is expanding.
It's on mute.
Okay, please, if you can hear me, I need to know that you can hear me. Somebody just sent a message that I cannot hear me. Okay. Now, how does employment begins? Where does employment begin from? Employment begin because of the demand of the business. Let's say the business is expanding and we are doing so well in the business. Maybe we want to diversify. The HR manager will tell the manager that we need more people. We need somebody that can, there must be a need. If you understand that there is a need before employment is done, you will understand that job requirement is very, very important. Please, the screen is not showing on the live. They need to see this live, please. It's not showing. It's not showing. Connect it.
Disconnected.
Okay, so let me go ahead while they are connecting that. Now, there must be a need. Understand that people don't just say they want to employ. People don't just come and say, company does just come and say they want to employ. There's a need. There's a need to employ. Something came up in the company and they need a specific person that have a certain skill that can solve that problem. There must be, if the company is growing, or maybe we're not making sales, I'm the HR manager of the company, I'll go and tell my boss, I will tell my boss that, sir, we need to hire marketers. And my boss will ask me, why do we need to hire marketers? And I will tell my boss, I say, see, imagine I'm the HRO, sir, we need to hire marketers so that they can go into the streets and look at us. You understand how employment starts, Abi? Now you're getting the check. Now, the HR manager goes to the client and say, we need to employ marketers. And you need to give a reason why you need to employ marketers. And apart from that, you need to state, and the MD will say, we cannot be wasting money on salary. If we employ a marketer, it's more salary. And the HR manager advises, I'm telling you how employment and recruitment begins. Recruitment does not begin by posting the job. There must be a need. Sir, we need a marketer. The reason why we need a marketer is so that they can go into the streets to get more clients for the company. And by so doing, the company will make money. The HR manager keeps convincing the MD so that the MD can approve for them to hire a marketer. Now, when the MD approves, remember, the MD approves because there is an assurance of business growth when that marketer comes in. Now, when the MD approves, the HRO goes back to his seat and starts writing based on the demand of the company. Are you understanding how quality is being formed? I'm trying to explain detailedly. Now, the HR will carry pen and start writing. Job title, marketer. Now, the quality of the marketer he needs or she needs, it now translates that quality into job description. I just wish you understand what I'm trying to communicate to you. Now, the quality of that marketer, the quality of that marketer, the HR manager now transfers it into job requirements. I need a marketer that is a woman. Are you seeing how job requirement is being formed? I need a marketer that is a graduate. That is why you see must have BSc in marketing. I need a marketer that has done marketing before, and the person needs to have an experience. So I need somebody that have 2 to 3 years job requirement. Are you understanding how companies write job requirements? It begins from the need. It begins from the business needs. So if you don't understand, that is why they tell you do research of the company you're going to. Understand the job requirements, because job requirements are not just something that somebody just carry pen and paper to just formulate. No, job requirements are the demands of the job, the needs of the company in writing, the quality, what kind of attitude, what kind of skill does that person need to have to be able to deliver his or her job. This is how job requirements are being written. So if you don't learn anything today, understand that recruitment does not just begin based on business demand, business expansion. Most times, business expansion. Most times, business needs. There are a lot of factors that triggers employment or recruitment. So let's go to the next slide. I don't know why this slide is cutting. I really want you to follow me through the slide, but I don't really know why it's cutting. I just noticed that it has disconnected from the screen. Now I'm at the next slide. I need to call the technical guy to fix this. Now, the next slide is getting the job is different from keeping the job. See, understanding the demands. At least now we've understood what I said, the demands of employers. Our demands are formed, right? Now, getting the job is more important. See, it is harder. It is more difficult to get employed than to maintain the job. If you getting the job, there are two different things. There are two different psychological activity. There are two different things. Now, my slide, I said recruitment assesses potentials. The workspace tests actual value. Before employment, your CV gets attention. Your application gets considered. Your interview creates an impression. This is before employment. After employment, your competence is tested. Please, I need you to go through this slide with me. So I don't know if I can take few minutes to get the technician to connect it. I want you to follow me through every slide so that you can be involved in the topic. So just a minute, please.
Why you decided to disconnect now?
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry for the distraction. I'm sorry that where are my glasses, please? I'm sorry, and pardon me. I really want you to follow me suit on every slide. I want to connect with you while I teach so that you can connect to the topic. Okay. Now, the next slide is your CV gets attention, your application gets considered, your interview creates an impression, your competence is tested, your attitude is exposed, your performance is measured. Then the reality. A strong application can open doors, only workplace value keeps the opportunity alive. Now, it is very important to note that it is very important to note that when you get when before you get the job, I just need to know. Okay, they said they can hear me. Yes. Okay.
Sure.
Now, there is this perception that a lot of people believes. See, artificial intelligence has a very huge advantage if in the employment ecosystem, but it is causing more disadvantage. People don't read. Hey God, I'm trying to be very realistic with you because a lot of people we have we see a job description, a job advert, they won't read it oh. Their focus is the job title and the salary. Is the salary. Their excuse is that Nigeria is hard. Nigeria is hard. They will just copy the job adverts, take it to ChatGPT. Some of you that is on this life, you do it. Take it to ChatGPT. You will now nurture your CV to fit the job advertisement and then apply. Should I tell you what that thing does? AI can help you do your CV, package it. AI can help you do your CV and package it. The advantage of that is that your CV will be so nice, it will fit the job expectation. It will fit the job expectation very well. But when you come to interview, they'll be asking you questions. And even if you now maneuver your way to get the job, even when you now maneuver your way to get the job, productivity becomes a problem. This is why a lot of people, when they get employed, a good job, before you know, after probation, they are terminating them. After probation, they are terminating them. A lot of them would not think it's village people. A lot of them will not think their boss is toxic, but they are not meeting their KPIs. They are not even meeting the demands of the job because they have used AI to cheat the employer. We have a situation currently in Kenneth. We did a recruitment for a company in Abuja. They requested for a client. The pay was good, and the guy resumed work, did the CV. Of course, recruiters will call you because your CV is good. But the truth is that now we are able to detect AI or CVs that are manipulated. For me, I've been in the recruitment for years. If I see a CV that is manipulated using artificial intelligence, I identify it. But a lot of young recruiter does not do it. You that do it, it will give you heartbreak on the long run. It's just looking like you bribe somebody to get a job, or you bribe somebody to do something for you. You can't cast. I'm bringing it to be very, very realistic with you so that you can understand. And I'm using terminologies that you can relate to as a career so that we can connect. Let's go. Your competence is tested, your attitude is exposed. When you have explained all this, I'm reading the slide. When you cajole your way, manipulate the recruiters or the companies, and you get the job, your attitude is tested. Let me give an example. This Tono Elumelu, a lot of us are aware, is trending on the internet, where a lady, after banking school, some of you will not understand the scenario, what happened with Tono Elumelu and Mr. Tony Elumelu and that lady. Now, when a bank employs you, they send you out to a 6 weeks training, academical training. Sometimes they can send you, there are different training school in Port Harcourt. There's an Abuja location, there's Lagos location training school, and then there's Port Harcourt training school, right? So when you go for training school, they have employed you, but you're not yet a staff. Now, after that training school, sometimes it's 6 weeks, sometimes it's 4 weeks, sometimes it's 2 months. It depends on the bank. After that training school, you write an exam, you do graduation. So it was the graduation that Mr. Tony Elumelu came. And on that graduation, it's just like you did convocation, but you might be having carryover. That's the way banking school works. That is like their convocation, where the owner of the bank comes and they can ask them any question. But the truth is that not everybody, some people will go home. So that lady stood up, and attitude cost her a job. Her attitude does not fit into the demands of the company. It does not fit into the expectation of Mr. Tono Elumelu. I'm trying to let you understand that expectations of a job is personal. It depends on the business. It depends on the company. It depends on the person who is hiring. It depends on the demand of the job. The job seeker or the career professional cannot influence the expectations of the job. Even if you are employed, the job expectation is still there. It's not something that you can cajole. You can cajole your way into the company, right? But the job expectation is there. There are KPIs, there are key performance indicators that you have to meet in a certain time. And if you do not meet it, it means you're not fit for the job. I'm trying to explain this so that you understand the demands of what employers are really looking for. There's not too much onto this topic. It's just for you to understand that employment comes from business demands, business expansion, and you as a job seeker, you cannot cry your way into employment. If you're not qualified, you're not qualified. And you should understand that the expectations of the job are what the company puts into writing to in form of job description and job requirements. I need you to understand this. Now, the reality. A strong application can open the door. Only workplace value keeps the opportunity alive. I've said that before. Now we're going to the next slide. I just wished that you are sharing this slide with me, but this slide, please, to the technical team, the link to the community should be on the live chat so that after this event, we will drop the slide in the community. We will drop the link of the community, workplace community, so that you can click. It's a WhatsApp group, so that I can drop the slide. This slide is so beautiful, and I really, really want it. I prepared the slide myself, and I really wanted you to see it on the screen. But I promise you that next week you will see the slide on the screen, so that you can connect more to the topic. Now, I'm on the third slide. AI can improve your application. It cannot replace your competence. I've said all these things before. You can use AI to cajole your way, maneuver your way into the employment, into the company, but the demands, the expectations of the company still stands. It doesn't change. It doesn't end after getting the job. That's where it began. So if you're not fit, you're not fit. And sometimes you hear people tell you, I will learn, I'm a fast learner. A lot of companies don't do that, because they're not paying you to learn. If it's a trainee role, we understand that it's a trainee role, that we have to train you, but you need to understand company expectation. And then I wrote here, rewrite a CV, optimize. AI can help you to rewrite a CV. I've stated that before. Optimize keyword, prepare interview answers. I've said that before. Research roles. AI can help you do all this. The workplace, when you get the job, right? The workplace we ask, can you actually do what the CV says? I've said all this, but I'm just reading from my slide because, of course, I prepared it. Can you solve the problem you claim you can solve? Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Your CV can be so packaged, but it doesn't end there. It's one thing to get a job, it's another thing to do the job, then it's another thing to grow in the job. You cannot maneuver it. The demands of the business does not change because you have been employed. No, the demands is there. The truth is that it's even after you have been employed that your capacity is being tested. A lot of people are terminated from their place. If in any company you stay 6 months, know that you are good for the job. But there are a lot of people that don't even stay 6 months, because 6 months is your probation period, where the employers watch if you can actually do the job or not. Now, the last slide. Use AI well. Let technology improve clarity, preparation, and learning. I was giving an advice here. I said, let technology improve clarity. I will explain this. See, artificial intelligence can only be useful to people that are smart. I'm sorry, this might offend some of you. If you are not smart, you cannot use AI well. You cannot exploit artificial intelligence. See, let's say you see a job requirement and you really like the job, you really want to do the job, and you don't understand the job requirement because you don't understand the job demands. You can highlight the job advertisement, job details, and go to AI, any of the AI to, and tell them and say, see, explain the demand of this job for me, let me know if I fit in. I will tell you another way that we can. I'll do a practical. I'll be writing in the next few minutes. I will use the board to explain another way you can assess yourself independently without using AI, because sometimes AI is not you. AI does not think like you. AI does not think like human to understand the demands of the company. AI cannot assess you. AI will only give you clarity of the job expectation. AI can only give you clarity of the job, of the demands of the job, but it cannot do a self-assessment. There's something called SWOT analysis. A lot of us did it. While we were in school. But personally, SWOT analysis is not just for business. It's used to analyze business in business analysis, but you can use it for yourself because, of course, business is a person. Now, Let technology improve clarity, preparation, and learning, but keep every claim grounded in real competence. You can do whatever you want to do. In real competence. The next slide. Do you actually understand the job? Do not apply only because the title, salary, or location looks attractive. I'm reading my slide, but I've said all this before. You don't have to apply for a job because of the location. It's close to my house. Let me just get the job. No. You don't apply for jobs like that. It's close to my house. Let me get the job. No. The salary is big. I need the job. No. Right? Or the job title. There are a lot of things that influences people applying for the wrong job. Like I said, from the beginning of this seminar, I spoke about knowing the wrong job. A job can be wrong, not that the job is bad, but a job that you are not fit for is a wrong job, right? Now, I stated do not apply only because of the title, salary, location that looks attractive. What are you, the questions you ask yourself is, what are you actually being hired to do, which is the job description? Which skills are compulsory and which are desirable? See, understanding what, the answer to the topic we are discussing is in the job requirement. And if there is nothing you take home today, just take home that job requirements are not just written. They are not just written with AI. They are written based on the demands of the job. You cannot maneuver it. Job requirement is what it is. Job requirement is what it is. It is the job expectation. You cannot maneuver your way around it. If this is what is required for the job, it is what is required for the job. Your perception cannot change it. And it is very important to pay attention to job requirement because that's where you will understand the quality of the kind of person that the company wants to hire, and you assess yourself if you fit. You will understand the skill demand, which is attitude, and you will understand the performance. You will understand the level of performance needed for that person. Do I have it? Do I have it? There are some people that they are nepo babies. They just want soft work life. You will know when you see the job. You will know if this job is a soft life, a flexible job. You will see it in the job requirement. If it's a job that is not flexible, you will also see it, right, in the job requirement. Now, what you will tell me, I know a lot of people cannot wait to tell me that companies does not put the job requirements on the job, does not put all the job requirements on the job advertisement, except that company is a scam. There's no way that a company, the major requirements will always be there. Will always be there. Then you cannot do research. That's why it's important for you to do research on the company. Which skills are compulsory? What results will the employer expect from you? Can you realistically perform this job? You need to ask yourself this question. Then I said something. Don't only tailor your CV to the job. Tailor your CV. Tailor your competence to the job. I love this. I said don't only tailor your CV to the job. Tailor your competence. You need to ask yourself sincere questions. Can I do this? You need to ask yourself sincere questions. Can I do this? Is this job for me? Am I fit for the job? Do I meet the expectations of the job? Now we're going to the next slide. What makes an employer trust you? You do what you say you will do, communicate, you own the business, you take responsibility instead of shifting blame. A question. Create for the offer letter, leave the ground. Sorry about that. Come, please, Amarachi, take this call. He's a client. Speak with him. So, sorry about that. Now, what are the demands? What makes an employer trust you? Your identity, what needs attention, problem solving, adaptability. Let's go to the next slide because we're far way beyond time. This is the first time we're actually using YouTube Live and we have a lot of technical issues. Sorry, I will promise that it will not happen again. Now, competence can be overshadowed by behavior. See, it is one thing to be qualified for a job. It is another thing to have the right attitude for the job. And that is why the topic spoke about. See, if you read job requirements carefully before you apply for job, you will not make mistake. You will not apply for the wrong job. You will apply for jobs that will give you peace of mind. Because it's not every job you'll be applying. You will take your time. You will trust the process of getting your dream job. What is your dream job? Your dream job is not necessarily a job that they will pay you big 1 million naira. Your dream job can just be a job that will give you peace. Your dream job can just be jobs that you work Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, weekend you spend with your family. See, dream job differs and is personal. You can see a job. Some people have resigned for a job that they were paying them millions. But because the job does not align to their expectation, they resign for a job that is just, that is just relaxed. I know a lot of people that goes to the week. I know people that has worked in tech. I have a friend that works in Etisalat for almost 8 years. The job was affecting his mental health. It was in tech. He resigned and went to the bank. Now he can work from home. Your dream job can be jobs that can make you work from home. Dream job is not just all about when people hear my dream job, they feel it's about salary. No. You will get to a stage in your life that your priorities matters. You have to calm down to apply for a job. It's not all about salary. Just the way you have your job expectation, the kind of job that you want. That's how the people, the employers, company have expectations for the kind of employer that they need, the kind of employee that they need. Now, understanding when a company need and an employee need tally together, this is what is called dream job. This is what is called dream job. I need you to understand, because if you don't understand the expectations of the employers, if you don't understand what they're actually looking for, what are they trying to communicate in every, because you see through the employer through the job advertisement, but some people don't know this. You have to calm down to analyze every job advertisement before you apply. Understand the demands, understand the expectations. Then you have to assess yourself to know if there's a fit. Competence can be overshadowed by behavior. Competence can be overshadowed by behavior. You can have a shitty behavior and it disqualifies you from the job. So in every job advertisement you see, there's a quality of candidate that they're looking for. It's just for you to be calm down and assess it. There is the attitude that they're looking for. There is an expectation. It's there. Even in the job we post in Kenneth, you will see it. You see job requirement. We don't actually, we are one of, I would say that at Kenneth, we are one of the best recruitment company in Port Harcourt. Because we are very detailed when it has to do with job requirements. We don't post job without stating requirements. It's not possible. That's why we advise people, read it before you apply, so that you don't get depressed. Because when you keep applying, you are in a marathon of job application. You keep applying. You get frustrated. Some people will send me a mail. Okay, I've been applying for a job in Kenneth. They have not been calling me. It's not true. If you're qualified for the job, you'll be contacted. I tell people, except you're not qualified for the job. And when I speak to them, they'll say, yes, Yes, it's true. There are some that I know I'm not qualified. I just apply. How? I work hard is not a performance metric. Employers notice more than the employees think. I've said this before. It's on my slide. I had to summarize my slide so that we would not take much time. I'm trying to be relaxed, but while I'm trying to be relaxed talking to you, I'm trying to feel at home talking to you. I still need to consider timing. I'm looking at my time to ensure that I'm not taking your time. Employers notice more than employee think. Repeated lateness, missed deadlines, poor communication, excuses before accountability, repeated mistakes, consistency. I will drop the slide so you can read it. If you left today, what value would the organization miss? If you resign, will they miss you? Will they beg you to stay? Will they want to top your salary so that you can stay? There are some people, they are not dispensable. If you resign, what value, the value you bring to the table is what will keep your memory. We've had staff in Kenneth that when they were leaving, we were literally talking to them to stay because of their impact. Are you such person? Okay. So I'll be taking your questions. If you have any question, please drop it on the live. I'll give just 1 minute for you to type your question so that I can go through the live chat if you have any and attend to you. So we have just 1 minute break. Please type your question so I can attend to you to it. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going through the live chats. So it's looking like nobody has a question. If you also have a question, you can drop it on the community. You can drop it on the community, on the workplace webinar community so that we can attend to it. In the absence of none, I would want to tell you assess how you can assess yourself if you fit a job. If you have a pen, you can write. There's something called SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis, we know it. SWOT. S starts with strength, W starts with weakness, O starts with opportunities, and T starts with represent threats. If you see a job advert, right, you have to go through it. You have to understand it. You have to read it. You have to read it detailedly to understand the expectations of the client. Because if you don't understand it, you will not know if you're fit for the role. Now, when you have read it and you understood it, assess it with your skill, assess it with your qualifications, assess it with your strength, with your experience. See, those three words, understanding, qualities, the three words, we said understanding, qualities, performances, and what's the third one? Qualities, performances, and attitude that the employer needs. Go on with this, that everything is in the job advert, especially on the job details, right? Now, these three things, attitude, qualities, and performance, let me tell you what it means. Qualities is in the qualification required from you. Must you be a graduate? Must the person they want to employ, is the person a graduate? Is the person done with, should the person be done with NYSC? You see why our quality is coming in. Is the person a female or a male? Gender expectation. You see where quality comes in. Now, for performance, must the person have experience or is a trainee? If the person must have experience, how many years experience must the person have to be able to, for us to be able to employ? All these things are on the job advertisement. All these things, they are on the job ad. It will help you understand demands. It will help you understand what the employer wants. Are you seeing how we've been talking about performances? If yes, must the person have experience? Which industry must the person have experience in? There are some jobs that you must work